The UFC's lightweight division used to be the pinnacle of the sport, not only the most entertaining division, but also the most stacked with talent. But these days, it seems to be on the decline. There are a couple main problems with the lightweight division, but the first one that I would like to go over is aging fighters. Specifically, the contenders in the division. The top contenders are all getting old quick. For example, in the top 15, there are only 2 fighters under the age of 30. One of those is number 2 ranked Arman Tsarukyan, who is 28, and the other is number 13 ranked Benoit Saint-Denis, who is 29. The number 4th ranked contender, Charles Oliveira, is 35 years old. The number 5th ranked contender, Justin Gaethje, is 36. The number 6th ranked contender, Daniel Hooker, is 35. Number 8 ranked Beneil Dariush is 36. Number 11, Renato Moicano, is also 36, and number 12, Michael Chandler, is 39. That is 6 fighters of the top 15 that are currently 35 or older, and as we know, there is a ongoing 35-year-old curse where typically fighters over the age of 35 in the lighter divisions don't win belts. The most recent one to prove this wrong was Alexander Volkanovski, but in many cases, 35 and up is usually when fighters start to become out of their prime. When you have 5 fighters in the top 10 over 35, it's definitely a little worrying for the future of the division. Inactivity is also a huge issue in this division. You have fighters sitting out for over a year and then saying that they deserve a title shot. For example, Arman Tsarukyan's last fight was April 13th of 2024, wherein which he faced Charles Oliveira, and yes, he did win that fight via a close decision. And then he was booked to fight Islam Makhachev for the title, but he pulled out due to missing weight. Since then, he has not been booked in a fight, and he has said several times that he believes he deserves a title shot, even though he got a title shot and failed to make weight. The good news is, as of the time that I'm recording this video, Arman has come out and called out Justin Gaethje, and effectively wants that fight to be a number 1 contenders fight. On the flip side, Justin Gaethje has come out and literally said that if he does not get a title shot, he is going to retire. Justin Gaethje is coming off of a win against Rafael Fiziev, who was ranked number 11 at the time, I believe. And before that, he got brutally knocked out by Max Holloway, who was an 145-pounder moving up to 155. Some people have even floated around the idea of Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett, and he adamantly has said that he will not take that fight, and he believes if the UFC wants him to take that fight, he is better off retiring. Justin Gaethje is saying all of this because he believes he deserves a title shot for the win streak he was on before the Max Holloway fight, and he does believe the Max Holloway fight was an exhibition, but no. And since Islam moved up, the division has kind of been in shambles. There are not a lot of contenders who are genuinely deserving of a title fight, but they all want one. Then we also have lower ranked contenders like Dan Hooker, who is number 6, who has not fought since August of last year. Now, he does get a bit of a pass. He was originally booked to fight Justin Gaethje in place of Rafael Fiziev, but he did break his hand. Injuries get a little bit of slack. Now, my proposition to help fix the lightweight division is some matchmaking, and here are the matches that I personally would like to see, and the matches that I think would be the most entertaining or the most deserving for the lightweight division. Number 1, I think Ilia Topuria, the champion of the division, should fight Arman Tsarukyan. Now, I do believe that Arman should, in theory, have to fight again after missing weight in order to fight the champ. However, he is the single most deserving out of any of the other fighters behind him, in my opinion. Yes, there are fighters that have gotten a win more recently than him, but he is the number 2 ranked fighter, and I do believe he would give Ilia Topuria the biggest challenge. Next, I have number 3 Max Holloway versus number 4 Charles Oliveira. This is a rematch from their first fight in featherweight, in which Charles Oliveira had to basically quit mid-fight due to a collarbone injury, I believe. Both of these fighters have completely changed since their first fight. Not only are they in different divisions, but they've both developed so much. I think this would be a very entertaining fight. And if Charles were to win this fight, he could very easily get himself back into the title picture, and the same thing for Max Holloway. If he wins this fight, he could very easily fight Ilia Topuria after Arman Tsarukyan. As for Justin Gaethje, who is the number 5th ranked contender, I do think he should take on number 9 Paddy Pimblett. Yes, that is a big ranking disparity, and I understand Gaethje doesn't want to do this, but if I was the UFC, I would tell Gaethje, if you fight Paddy Pimblett and you win, we will give you a title shot. I think he only really needs 1 win, and Paddy Pimblett is on the rise, and people have even been suggesting that Paddy should get the title shot, which is crazy if you ask me. So I think this would be a good fight. If Paddy wins, he gets skyrocketed up the rankings, and if Justin Gaethje wins, he says, all right, I was a company man, I beat an up-and-comer, now give me the belt. I think number 6, Dan Hooker, should fight Rafael Fiziev, who's currently ranked number 10. I think this would be a great comeback fight for Dan Hooker. It's a winnable fight for Dan Hooker. However, it's also a winnable fight for Fiziev. Fiziev is an extremely talented fighter. Dan Hooker is also talented, but I do think I might lean Fiziev, even though he is the smaller guy. Those are the matchups that I would like to see in the lightweight division, and I think if we do some of these things, we can get lightweight back to being the pinnacle of the sport. We also have unranked fighters like Mauricio Ruffy, who is very entertaining, and he is actually going to be fighting Benoit Saint-Denis at UFC Fight Night Paris, and if he wins that, he will break into the rankings. That is another thing I think we need. We need more unranked fighters fighting ranked guys. I feel like lately we haven't seen a lot of people breaking into the rankings, and I think that that is something that would absolutely make the division much more entertaining. All in all, we just need more lightweights to be fighting. I think there is only one ranked lightweight currently that has a booked fight, and that's Benoit Saint-Denis. Let me know what you guys think about my matchmaking, and let me know if you agree with me that lightweight is currently on the decline, but is savable if we make some changes. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.